Hello and welcome back to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor inside the Great Lodge of Sûri-kylä. We are ready now, so let's talk to Yrjänä and meet this man he was talking about. Are you ready to meet your opposition?
Yrjänä, the chieftain of Sûri-kylä, desires to aid the free peoples of the south in their hunt for Narchwil, the Ring of Amarthiel. But he fears the threats of Mordrambor.
Yeah, I thought as much.
The winter wind speaks your name.
Let us gather the elders and meet with this emissary from Angmarim. I will call together those who hold the secrets that you seek, Beriathan. Yrjänä, look, something draws near Sûri-kylä. Storm gathers, an evil wind blows. Let me grab a picture really quick. Alright. What is your business here? You have an ill air about you. An ill air, indeed. The wind, air, and water are all turbines to the Iron Crown of Angmar. Take your peace, then be gone. I will not have my enemies walk freely through my lands. Enemies? Nay, thou art wrong. It is Beriathan, the enemy of Angmar and the Great Eye, who has brought me to thy lands. If thou were to deliver me mine enemy, a great friendship could be made between us. Live now and speak no more of your falsehoods. I do not treat with my enemies, much less the Koira of my enemies. Thou hast made a foolish choice, base-born cur. Hold your tongue, or I will remove it. Depart and do not return. If thou refuse, I will take it and the head of your people as payment for thine insolence. Dost thou truly believe that thou could challenge me? Do not pay heed to his words, the Lumivaki have long endured the cold. If thou art not daunted by the cold, maybe fire will suffice. I will return, and when I do, I expect all to be done as I have commanded. Defy me, and thou wilt share thy fate with Beriathan. Come, we must seek shelter from the storm.
From whence came you in this cold winter?
And so you have it, man. The servants of the Iron Crown stand against you. An end must be put to the evils of Angmar, but my people will not help you as long as the shadow looms over us. There is one, however, who may help you. Okay, so I think I'm gonna pick the robe just for cosmetic purposes only, because I have seen many great outfits made with that robe and I've been missing its presence in my wardrobe, so let's take that.
We must speak at Telaviras.
There is an Akija, a seer, who dwells outside the village. She is powerful and does not fear the Lord of Storms. She may help you find your ring. You will find Saija at Nakikolo northwest of Kurulady, that is on the western edge of the Ice Bay. She is haughty and proud, but you may find in her an ally against Mordrambor. Go seek the wisdom of the ages. So let us check that in the map really quick. Alright, yeah, so he's on the other side. You see, it was a good idea coming in here first. I will need to make all this way passing to the Sigil Gun and Crew Lady so that we can advance the epic. And that's gonna take us another few episodes, I believe. So let us pick this quest in here.
This day is good for the telling of tales.
For many long winters, we have sparred with the Sûri-kylä for control of these harsh lands, but we have not truly fought a war in the memories of our fathers or even our grandfathers. Now war comes upon us, unlooked for and uninvited. The Sûri-kylä assaults have become more vicious and frequent, and dark allies have joined with them. The Kylma-Sari from the south, who named themselves Dark Hands, as well as the Angmarim from the east. More men and dwarves from the south have also come to us of late, seeking to make an alliance with us. To accept their offers would draw us remorselessly to war, but to reject them may well leave us at the mercy of ancient enemies. So I ask you this: will you show us your strength in war and strike against the Sûri-kylä who are our enemies? If so, I would have you attack the boundaries of their ancestral homeland itself, far to the west across the Ice Bay. On the southern edge of the Great Glacier, where both of our peoples have long hunted and fought, the Sûri-kylä have long maintained a line of words marking the edge of their lands. Burn these words, and in so doing, let the Sûri-kylä know that the Lumi-kylä and their allies shall make true war upon them, and stain every flake of snow with blood if need be, should they continue their aggression.
Will you hear my words?
Greetings, Sibulinen. I am Launo of Hirbi-Heimo. It has come to me that you are a warrior of some renown, and we have need of such as our battles with the Sûri-kylä to the west grow more frequent and deadly. One of my tribe has been studying the old ruins on the northern edge of the Great Glacier across the Ice Bay. We believe that they were built by the dwarves, but it has lain abandoned for longer than our tales recall. I received a message from my kinsman a few days ago, claiming that he had seen fell spirits chambering among the ruins. Where they might have come from the cold from, he could not guess, and he dared not approach too closely, for he is no warrior himself. I ask you this: will you go to speak with Are? His messages are disturbing, and in a time of war and strife, we can ill afford to ignore such an omen.
I do not think we should waste the day.
May I have your ear for a moment, Beriathan? I have a matter that I would discuss with you, one requiring a degree of discretion. You are Sibulinen, an outsider, and in this matter I cannot trust one of my own kin. It is an issue that runs deep in our history and would cause a great turmoil if it was to become widely known. One of the elder tribes of the Lossoth once held an ancient treasure, a symbol of our people's pride and vitality in this harsh land that they had been entrusted with. In time it was lost, and this loss was a matter of great shame to that tribe, and indeed all Lossoth. Now it seems that this treasure may at long last be within our reach again, but we must act quickly before our chance is lost. If you would aid me, go south and speak with Esko at Pinti Peldot. He knows the old tales better than anyone, and it is he who learned of the re-emergence of this great treasure. He can set you upon the correct path if you hurry. Okay, let us take advantage that we are here right next to the Vault Keeper, because I think... Alright, we already had a Cloak of the Boar, but let us... we don't need a new one. That's great. Let us move this mask in here. And here, alright. Another sign and another haunting tree, but maybe we can find some use for that. And the rope, let us move the rope in here. And what else? Elrond's exquisite cloak. It might be worth keeping for later. Alright, it seems that's it. Let us talk to the crafters in here.
My coating is your coating.
I wonder that this shield remained unsundered for as long as it did, man. Its craftsmanship is very poor, and the materials from which it is made are of poor quality. I will not repair this worthless shield. I would bring shame upon myself and my family if I did so. Neppy is not gonna like that.
I have much to offer.
Okay, so this is the heavy armor smith.
Would you like to see my wares?
Medium armor smith? Right, so this is for creating the armor with these recipes. But that seems a lot of work right now.
Do you see anything of interest to you?
I don't think that's all that effort is worth it in the end. We need allies standing. Let's check this girl once
I
again.
am pleased to be of help to you, Eitelaviaras.
So she has some cloaks, the guide to Sûri-kylä, and the master in Sûri-kylä, and the prized Tundra estate, but we need kindred with the 4 health before we can do that. Mannequins, I thought that was a player. Anyway. Alright, so let's talk to Nef. He's right here.
What do you want?
Shame! Why, the goal of that man. I would go and speak with Rauno myself if I had not already had a falling out with him. I innocently inquired after the making of his craft, but he would not speak on the subject. We exchanged a number of words, and now he will not say a word to me. He is an evil-tempered lout. I would not think his silence a great loss were it not for my present need. Perhaps you could speak with him and see if he will give me one of the sturdy shields of the Lossoth. I will not be able to travel back to the south without a new shield. Alright, yeah, let us do that. Why not? The Frozen War, and Blades of the Ice, the Jewel of Ice, okay. So we can remove most of these quests from the tracker, because there are still a couple left to do around this area before we can return to Pinti-Peldot. But first, where is Rauno? He's here.
I am pleased to be made known to you.
I do not cherish the thought of making a shield for Nef. He came to me with wild requests, and when I told him what I had at hand for materials, he said many things that I will not repeat now. I do not need to offend your ears also. But if he will not leave until his shield is completed, I will make it, if only to see him depart. The items that I require will be Heartbone and Worm Scale. Both are rare and both are vital to the making of Kilpi, shields, as the Kibibaki calls them. Heartbone can be found on many of the beasts throughout Jalranit, while Worm Scale should be found on the worms of the same region. Return to me when you have found these items, and I will craft the shield for the small outsider with a long beard and bad temper. That's a really accurate description of a dwarf, if you ask me. Well, most dwarves, at least. I know there are plenty of nice and amicable dwarves out there, but yeah, most of them do have a temper. Anyway, let us see. Let us remove the Frozen War and let us remove all this quest, and instead, right, we can remove the epic too. We're not gonna do that for a long time. And instead we are gonna add Grievous Cold, resupplying the beacon, and Warmer Winter. I think those are all the quests that we have for this area. But before we leave Sûri-kylä, let us do some of these tasks, as I think we have plenty of task materials now.
The shadows in Angmar have been stirred against us.
The good thing is that we don't need to map our milestone to Sûri-kylä. We can leave that in Pinti-Peldot, and the master will take care of the rest.
The shadows in Angmar have been stirred against us. How can we hunt in ice storms?
Alright, we completed the weekly. We had a new universal optional crafting ingredient.
How How can we hunt in ice storms?
And we're about to hit the daily limit as well.
The cold is too great this season.
Perfect. For now. Alright. Ilmo has another quest.
This day is good for the telling of tales.
I am a herder by trade, a well-respected profession among the Lossoth. We provide meat, hides, and quick transportation across the harsh snow fields for those brave enough to ride on the Hirby. We brought this herd to Sûri-kylä for trade, but my boy had to return on an important errand to Pinti-Peldot. I cannot enter into the village with the herd here as they are. Perhaps you could retrieve some items that I have traded for. I need a saddle from Rauno, reins from Mati, and a salt lick from Kaliva. Return these items to me and I would be greatly in your debt. But it seems like he greatest hit list. I know. All those guys are inside Sûri-kylä. I will get you your items in a while. For the time being, let us look for the Peiko. Because we need a lot of hides from them. Alright, so these worms do not give us the bones, it seems. Oh no, we did collect some bones. My bad, sorry. We're collecting worms, scales and bones, so that's good. Right, those guys, that snow cloud, it's kind of convenient, to say the least. But we're making good progress nonetheless. Just that they ask for so much hides from this Peikos that it's gonna take a while no matter what you do. Thankfully, at least, there are plenty of Peiko in here. Didn't hit him. That sucks. Alright, now we're only missing worm scales for the shield quest. Let us see. Time for a new shield. There's this red one. And warmer winter. Alright, so we can make our way south and still be able to find the guys that we need. One-shotting these guys. That's great. That's a lot of fun. Because that way you can keep using the same gambit that you had already loaded. So that's a great way of moving on. The more enemies you can one-shot as a warden, the faster you go. And that might seem like an understatement, but it's doubly true for wardens. For the way in which the gambit system works. But I'm at it. Let me check the reputation here. Lossoth. Just 4,000 rep to level up. And we're in a good pace. Alright, we got the materials for Rauno, we have the hides, I only need to resupply the Cantabiku, and thankfully we are already there. But we will also need to find what happened to these crates as well. Let us resupply first. So now search for signs of what destroyed the crates. Alright, over here. You found boar tracks and half-eaten food. Is that a reference to Lord of the Flies? I'm not sure, but it seems like it can be. At least a partial reference. There are no starving kids in here. But yeah. Might be. Alright, so we can go back and talk to Mati. So now we only need to burn the heralds. No, burn the tents, sorry. And find a herald. I believe. Here we heard. And well, collect all these items for Ilmo. Yeah. Let us go get the tents. Alright, one out. That's right. You will feel real cold now. You're already frozen up, but now, if you thought that was bad, wait and see what happens now that you don't have any tents. Let me... Now the question is, as I am not so sure, where is the herald? Before we go south, there is still one more tent in here. Oh. I thought I had eluded you. But now we can finally go towards the last tent. Alright. And now let us finally find Reginald Ward's missing herald. Run, Limbot! Run! Right, I think all those task items might be useful for later. But not so much the rest. Your herald? Oh. Oh, he's right down here. Oh god, I hope I don't die. Careful, Limbot. Careful, careful. Please. Ah! Yeah. I think that was asking too much. You know what? Let us port back to Sûri-kylä. This hole took us way back south. Let us go back to Sûri-kylä and turn this quest first of all.
From whence came you in this cold winter?
You have done well. Let us see how long they will endure now that they must dwell in the snow.
We must speak, Eteleviras.
Our work has not gone unnoticed by the enemy. They are assaulting all the travelers along the roads. Some have gone missing, and others have seen strange shapes and heard dark voices on the wind at night. The Rautavaki are being led by a mighty war leader, but he does not make camp with his servants. Even the mightiest warrior cannot withstand the Lossoth single-handedly. We must strike at the heart of the camps and scatter them to the northern winds. Our scouts have learned that the Rautavaki at the encampment are led by Ruaraik. If he is slain, the camps will be thrown into chaos. Please, Beriathan, seek out and slay Ruaraik. He will most likely be found deep within the camps south and east of here, near to the iron span in the pass of Borthwaite.
The shadows in Angmar have been stirred against us.
You are here for the Salt Lake then? Tell Ilmo that the last herb sticks he delivered were very good. Range makings and hoof prints?
Hard in this
The animals have never been so desperate as to break into our provisions before. The winds from Angmar have caused many strange and unnatural things this season.
There are fell voices on the wind.
The animals have become so starved that they have attacked the snow beacon of Cantavilku. I do not know what could have been gained from this behavior, but it is done. You should go to Cantavilku and see what damage has been done. Search any broken crates you find for signs of the animal. You should hunt it down. It must be slain for the good of the Lumivaki. Go now and good hunting, Beriathan.
You will find little trust here, Laviras.
Ilmo's reins? Yes, I have them here. Let me find them for you.
The shadows in Angmar have been stirred against us.
These are excellent hides, Beriathan. I am pleased that you were able to obtain them with such ease. Another one?
I must speak with you, Laviras.
When I was a young girl, I would often play far afield in the early weeks of winter. Now the winds are harsh, and snowstorms spring up and snare those careless enough not to pay heed to the ever-shifting winds. These harsh winters have driven many beasts to the brink of death. The hunger and cold make them more dangerous than ever. I would ask you to go and hunt these animals, for I fear they might encroach upon Sûri-kylä and do terrible damage to my people. The very Kylma-Sari can be found southeast along the ice bay. Tuima-kita, the peacock, can be found north of Sûri-kylä. Yeah, I remember getting that bear before. Would be nice if we were able to get credit for that. But alas, that's not to be. So we gotta find him again and dispose of him yet again. This is the saddle we needed.
My coatie is your coatie.
You have returned with the hard bones and warm scales. I will begin work on the Kilpie right away. It should not take long, as I have already completed much of the work while you were away. Very well.
Welcome, Laviras.
The Kilpie is finished. Take it to Nev and bid him to seek his companions and return to his own home.
What do you need?
Well now, this looks like a decent piece of work. Thank you, Beriathan, this should do, though I will want to replace it with something a bit more durable once I reach Bree again. Oh boy, you don't learn, do you? New shield, Baruch Kassad. Looks pretty good to me. But how will I afford to repair such a wonderful shield? How could you have done this to me? Oh man, there's no pleasing you. This is not fair. You must share with me the cost to repair my new shield. You for real? Ah, you're on your own, big guy. Okay, so let us bring the items back to Ilmo.
Are you well today?
You have my thanks, man. Without you, the herd could have been scattered by the Pecos that too often attack in the night.
Come, I would have you speak with me.
I spoke to you of the Pecos, which threatened my herd, and I would not bring danger upon someone I know so little, but my concern is urgent. These creatures attack my camp in the night, and often I will awake finding one or two of my herd dragged off to some unknown den of the beasts. I cannot afford to lose any more elk to these Pecos. Many of these beasts can be found north of here. Go and thin their numbers, and perhaps they will leave me in peace. Peace. Had I known you were gonna ask me to kill some Pecos, I would have gotten you the items before doing anything else. I need to kill even more of these guys. Next, we're gonna make our way to Tuima-kita. Before I forgot, let us get Girly Flack up. Every time I die for some reason, I usually forgot to summon him. Alright, so Tuima-kita. Where is that guy? Is it this one? No. Alright. There we have Tuima-kita. Okay. Now. Oh no, now you're gonna make me go back to rescue this guy? I hope you are not thinking of that. I'm not doing that. Don't come and look for him yourself. Where can we find more Pecos? We're missing 4. Here's number 1. Number 2 over there, up front. Jesus. Oh, come on, I had already targeted this guy. Made me waste a javelin skill. Yeah, there is some luck today, it seems. Up to Ilmo. Yeah, you wait a little. Gonna investigate the crates, defeat the animal, defeat Kylma-Sari, and hopefully find that herald before I die again. Otus. I don't remember this. This was not the worm that we needed to kill on the previous episode. Right, let us see if we can climb. So yeah, that is like annoying thing about Hill, and that is this ups and downs. I mean, we are just there, but in order to get up, you have to take quite the turn. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the other bear, we fought him somewhere near here. Yeah. Ah, Kylma-Sari. There she is. Okay. Now, I'm feeling inclined first to go and find this herald for the lamp of me. Third one's the charm, I guess. And I'm pretty sure that he's here on the icy lake, somewhere. Okay. That claw looks a little bit better than the delicate fur that we have. I'm gonna swap that in just a moment. Not gonna do that much of a difference as we are still using the Stone of the Tortoise. But who knows, at some point we might need it. And that reminds me of something that I always found a little bit odd about the Stone of the Tortoise, or maybe not odd, but annoying, is how it requires to equip an item. I'm gonna talk about that in a moment.
You startled me.
Thank goodness you're here. I was wondering if anyone would ever find me out here before I froze to death. Did Reginald send you? He is not here with you, is he?
Please stay a moment.
Thank you for finding me out here, but I am afraid I cannot go back with you. You see, when the captain let those Angmarim off as he fled, a few remained and gave me a good chase too. I was able to escape, but you see, I dropped his banner in my flight. Oh, I am a worthless herald. The Angmarim took it and returned with it to their camp out in the ice somewhere. It has been in the captain's family for generations. My father carried it for the captain's father, and his father before that, and so on. I cannot go back and face him without that banner. Please, help me retrieve it. Well, it's not far, thankfully. I'm gonna get that banner for you. So as I was saying, I I would very much like if the Son of the Tortoise was revisited a little bit. So instead of an item that you have to equip, I think it would be better if the Son of the Tortoise delivered to you an item, and then you use that item to gain the skill, a toggle skill that would stop you from getting XP as long as it's active. I think that's a much cleaner solution to that. Especially because sometimes I forget to unequip the Stone of the Tortoise when I don't mean to, and that means I don't level when I want. So I think the toggle skill would give you more control over that ability. So that's what I always thought about the Stone of the Tortoise. Maybe I'm missing something as to why it's in an item and not a skill. So let me know what you think about it. If you feel the same, or if you know the reason why it's not that way. Yeah, leave your thoughts in the comments down below and let me know.
I don't know anything, I'm sure.
You found it. You are a wonder, Beriathan. You have saved my honor and that of my family. Now that I have got the banner back, I can finally make my way to Sûri-kylä and meet up with the captain again. What a relief. No, I would never have expected him to come out here looking for me. No one in that entire fellowship has the slightest sense of direction, you know, even a hunter. So if you would be so kind as to give him detailed directions on where he can find me, I would be much obliged. It is a bit too dangerous for me to go wandering around on my own out here. I'll be sure to let him know. And I hope that's the last I see of you. Because that was... I died for you, man. So I hope you appreciate that. Now let us go and look for the animal attacking the beacon and make our way back to Sûri-kylä. And we'll be able to reach friend level by the end of today's episode as well. So let us take this and take this item here instead. That should be it. Alright, and here's the beacon, it seems. Let us look for the tracks. Kokas-karju. Alright, so there was a boar in here. And once again, I'm not sure if that name is a reference to the Lord of the Flies, because to be honest with you, I have not read the book. I know what it's about. I have seen some parodies as well, but not the book, not yet. So let me know as well if you think this is a reference to Lord of the Flies. And second of all, does that boar count towards the Boar Slayer metadid in Eriador? I'm not sure.
The winter wind speaks your name.
Oh my god. I mapped to Pinti Pellet. That's not what I wanted to do. My bad. Oh god, I didn't realize. Alright, let us talk to Ilmo first. And I'm not getting that guy I found there north. You go find him. You hear me?
It is a brisk day, is it not?
The task is complete. That is well. I should not be troubled by the Pecos any longer, though I fear that I have already taken a great loss. I figured.
This day is good for the telling of tales.
The most cherished fool of my herd has been missing for some time. I fear the Peiko have taken him, but I cannot be sure. He is a powerful fighter and oft would put up a great call when the Peiko attacked, but his call has been silent for a long while. I saw him grazing last to the north, past the Hirby herd among the hills. If you would go there, perhaps you will find some sign of his passing. Find the Hirby bowl, even just word of him, and your reward will be great. I'm not sure I want to do that. Not on this episode at least, so I have some time to think about it.
Greetings, friend.
Fine greetings to you again, Beriathan. Any luck finding my wayward herald out there? Yes? Splendid! Lucky little fellow, isn't he? I knew he'd come through all right. My sincere and heartfelt thanks to you for your help, friend. I suppose I'd best go retrieve him, shall I then? Once we've got that matter in order, then we'll need to find the rest of the fellowship. Good luck to you, Beriathan. Should our paths cross again and you need my aid, you just let me know. Alright, so we're making good progress with the last fellowship as well. We are in the middle of aiding the minstrel, so we only need to find the hunter and the burglar to complete that one.
You will find little trust here, Etelaviras.
A great war, you say? Rumors of a terrible horned beast have been told by our campfires before, but never have I seen such a monster. Tales tell that he was driven out of the Southlands and maddened in the cold. It is well that he has been slain. Alright, completed. Friend to the Lossoth. Neck. That's great. So, we have a new deed ally to the Lossoth. We completed friend to the Lossoth. Travel discount, the title, and LOTRO points. Trust you enough to call you a friend. That's good.
The cold is too great this season.
You have accomplished the task I gave you. Good. Perhaps now our children will once again be able to play near the village without fear of being attacked. Any other quest here in Forhell? Alright, so Warwick. Alright, so it seems this is basically it for Sûri-kylä. We only have these two quests pending, so we can get to them on the next episode, I believe, as this one is already coming to an end. Let us cross the bridge and we will wait for the call of adventure for the next time. In the meantime, thank you once again for watching Citadel Guard Adventures. Stay safe and take care of yourselves so I can see your shiny faces on the next episode. Take care, my friends, and I will see you soon. Bye bye!